guys, it's your girl T. So I want to go ahead and shout out one of my subscribers, Betsy. She was one of the first ones to not only hit me up, but she straight texted me. She was so disturbed by this story, okay? So what's going on is that once again, it's that time of year where the Jordans are coming back out and people are lining up, going crazy, and this time they're going crazy over the limited edition Air Jordan 2 Retro, made in collaboration with designer Don C. And for folks who don't know who Don C is basically Kanye West's homeboy. That's like his best friend. He's from Chicago. He designs a lot of reptile inspired gear, 100% real python, baseball caps and everything else. He has like a real big eye for fashion. His hats sell for a lot of money. So this is the second time that he's teamed up with Jordan to release his sneaker. A few months ago, he had came out with the blue Don C line, and now he's come out with the cream ones. And people have literally been waiting in line since Wednesday, okay? Today is now Saturday. These shoes were not available for sale until 8 o'clock this morning, but a lot of folks have been lining up for the past few days in the bitter cold in Chicago, in Philly, all around the country. This whole situation is nuts. I want you guys to go ahead and check out this news clip, and I'm gonna come back with the rest of my commentary.
Temperatures aren't stopping these die-hard shoe lovers from camping out overnight. They're waiting in line outside the Ubique store in Center City to buy the new Air Jordan sneakers. They go for $650 a pair. One guy from Connecticut came all the way down for a chance to own a pair of them.
I want to wear them, I want to have them, and potentially sell them in the future, because they'll be worth more if I try to sell them than retail. They'll be worth probably double than the retail price.
Because I need these. Because they limited, very limited. Only certain cities got them. I need them.
One guy has been in line here since 8 a.m. yesterday, waiting for the store to open at 8 a.m. today.
They really have an appeal to those that are from here, of course, because the designer Don C is a born and raised Chicagoan. But take a look. You can see there's some folks here that have been out here. Say, hi, you're on TV. I know they're tired. Right, you guys are on TV. There are some empty seats that are here. A lot of people have been leaving and then coming back. But one of the brave souls that has been out here with the tent is my friend Evan. How are you doing this morning, Evan?
Oh, I'm great. I'm a little cold, but we got some coffee and donuts, so we're all good.
Thanks, Evan.
Oh, look at that. He said thank you as well. So, Evan, you've been doing this for quite some time. Why do you do this?
I'm a big fan of Jordan brand. I love all the shoes. I got a ton of them at home, and there's some good money to be made too, So it's worth being out here.
So $650 is what this Air Jordan 2 Retro Just Don shoe is worth.
Yeah,
Retails
it's
for.
a pack. It comes with a hat in there too, an all leather Just Don hat. Shout out to Just Don representing Chicago in good fashion. So, yeah.
So what are you planning on doing with the shoes?
Oh, I'm going to take my pair. I'm going to have them on as soon as I walk out of the store. And we're going to sell the rest of them, as soon as we can. So.
And they're going for some pretty good prices.
Yeah.
I've already seen on eBay.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
My club has them for $1,500 right now. So, there is no saying what the price will be Saturday morning.
Right. It's a good investment.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So you also have a pair of Air Jordans on right now. What do you have on your feet right now?
These are the Bread 13s. Michael Jordan played in these himself, but this is the 2013 version. So this came out at a retailer like Foot Action over here, and they retro his shoes all the time. So,
right.
Yeah.
And you love coming back for more.
Oh yeah, we come back for all of them. Yeah, we're here anytime it's worth being here. We're out here. So.
Awesome. Evan, thanks so much. I appreciate your time. And a fun fact, I was asked by a friend on Facebook, they're like, do you own any Air Jordans? And I just revealed to Evan, yes, I do. I have these same shoes, but mine are from the 97-98 season. So I'm an OG. That's what I am, guys, an OG representing. All right, I'm going to send it back to you guys in the studio.
You guys just saw the video. So, like I said, I'm not surprised at all that these folks are waiting in line. I'm more disgusted by the price. The fact that, sneakers and hats and everything else are just going up so much in price. Everything from the Yeezys to, even a lot of these basketball shoes now that my kids wear, a lot of those shoes start at between $180 and $200. It's insane. It was crazy when we were spending $100 for Jordans. Now you're talking about Kobe's, KD's, all these other shoes are starting at like $225 for kids in high school. I don't understand why these shoes are getting more and more expensive. But I understand that this is a capitalist society and people can make anything whatever price they want to, and if people are willing to pay for it, that's what they do. But it's insane because they make these items limited edition so that way people feel special, and then the kids who are not able to get them, they kind of feel bad. You know, so it's just really, really crazy that anybody would wait in line for days upon days to pay $6.50 for a pair of shoes. So my thing is this: do y'all have a job? You know, like, did you use vacation time? How are you able to wait 2, 3, 4 days in advance for some $650 shoes? You know, are you guys all self-made entrepreneurs? You know, it's crazy that somebody can spend this much on shoes, but the fact that they can miss days off of work waiting for the shoes, it makes me feel like, are y'all really working, or all y'all dope boys? You know what I'm saying? What do y'all do for a living? Because I can't even afford to take 4 or 5 days off, and I work for myself. You know, so I just find the whole situation just crazy, but I'm not shocked because anytime Jordan comes out with something exclusive, there's always going to be a line around the corner. There's always going to be people waiting. But again, I really can't knock these guys. And I know people, you know, like to go in on sneakerheads because they're the easiest people to go in on. But like I always say on my channel, we all have vices, okay? You cannot judge a sneakerhead any more than you can judge a girl who's willing to spend $300 on what? Some hair. Or anybody who's willing to stand in line and spend $600 to $800 for a new iPhone or a new, you know, Samsung Galaxy or a new tablet. It's the same mentality. America is consumed with consumerism. We're consumed with having the latest and greatest, the most flashiest. You know, it's just what it is. It's just the society that we live in.
This was the scene outside Beauty Exchange Beauty Supply in Pine Hills that led to this moment captured by the store's surveillance cameras. It shows Orlando police blasting the crowd with pepper spray.
The police, when they get frustrated, they just start, pull out their mace and just go to macing.
Many shoppers started lining up hours before the store opened trying to score a free set of Brazilian hair extensions that would go to the first 50 customers. But with no line formed and no numbering system to tell who was first, the situation unraveled. Some say police went too far.
Then the one that bomb rushed us, and then we getting pepper sprayed. And I don't think that's right. They didn't treat us right. And I'm upset.
In this video, you can see the officer motioning the crowd back. A spokesperson for Orlando police wouldn't go on camera, but released a statement saying officers couldn't get control, therefore they sprayed over the heads of the crowd to gain control. But in this video, this officer appears to be spraying at eye level. Customers say it was an overreaction that could have been worse.
It was kids in the line, babies and kids and strollers, and everything got trampled over and walked over and everything.
So I feel like in this day and age, we definitely live in an attention whoring society where it's all about look at me, look what I have, look what I can afford, I can have this and you can't have that. You know, and it's sad because the people who are really making the moves, the people who are really, really rich, you would never know it. You would never know it by looking at their outward appearance, how much they have, because they're busy investing and reinvesting their money and making moves in silence, as opposed to being flashy and showing all their money off on Instagram and showing off their latest this, and that. And I think one of the pictures that tripped me out was seeing Trinidad James in a pair of $650 sneakers. But this is the same dude that was crying, saying that he was broke. He got dropped from his record label. So it's like, why are you not managing your money a bit better? That would be my last thought, is to go out and spend $650 on some brand new shoes, as opposed to making sure my finances are tight. So it's just crazy people's mentalities, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you have the money and you can afford it, do you. But I just find it funny that people can just stand in line for 2-3 days. You know, it just makes me curious, like, what do these people do for a living that you can just, you know, be camped out at Best Buy or be camped out at the Apple Store, be camped out at Foot Locker? You know, it's like, did you call in to work every day? Are you using vacation time? Those are the type of questions that I ask, you feel me? So the whole situation to me is just crazy. But again, like I always said, you know, if it's not Jordans, it's the latest iPhone. If it's not, a tablet, it's the latest this, it's the latest that. We are just obsessed with name brands. We're obsessed with consumerism, and we're obsessed with keeping up with the Joneses and just showing the world, you know what I'm saying, look what I have and look what you don't have, and, you know, it's just a big competition thing now. It's so hard to find really genuine people who are not so materialistic nowadays. So anyways, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire situation concerning the brand new Don C. Jordans. Did you go out and get a pair? How do you feel about them? Do you feel like they're nice shoes? Do you feel like they're ugly? How do you feel about the price point? Do you feel like, oh, well, you're willing to pay pay for them, or do you feel like, you know, this is just way too much? And then how do you feel about sneaker price points in general? Because now, you know, a lot of these sneakers cost a lot of money, and especially if you have kids who play basketball, you're not going to be spending under $100 on basketball shoes for your kids. And I have 2 boys, so I can easily come out of pocket, you know, several $100s to get them basketball shoes for basketball. You know, and the crazy part now is that you have a lot of folks who wear these shoes who don't play basketball. They're not into basketball. They're not even into sports. They're just buying them just because they're expensive and they can show them off. You know, whereas when we were growing up, the only time you really saw people with Jordans is if you were a dope boy or if you were on the basketball team. And if you weren't playing basketball, your parents were not going to buy you a $100 pair of Jordans if you weren't, you know what I'm saying? What was the point of buying you some Jordans if you didn't play basketball? You know, but now it's just about getting them, and it's just a fashion statement and a way of life. And it's also about flipping them and selling them on eBay and things like that. So, you know, I mean, I don't knock anybody's hustle, but I just always find this discussion to be interesting. So anyways, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire situation concerning the Don C. Jordans. All right, deuces. Hey, you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.